The Scranton-Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders will have a new home in 2013. PNC Field here will play host to the team that spent the entire 2012 season on the road. Kings College football season may be over, but fans may have noticed during the regular season the construction of a new project. The baseball field just needs a couple finishing touches before the start of the spring sports season. Two Penn State assistant football coaches have left the program in the last week, Herb Hand being the most recent who leaves for Auburn. We can add another name to that list in wide receiver Geno Lewis. The Lady Royals are still undefeated on the season, and they currently rank 7th in the country. A large part of the credit there can go to their play in the paint, which has also opened up shots beyond the perimeter. Anna has risen all the way to number 11 in the country, and they visited Scranton, who's up to 21 in Division III. Crusaders averaging more than 80 points a game, most of them coming from this fella, Josh Miller. He gets inside, gets the bucket early.
This is Ken Griffey Jr. Let's play Major League Baseball.
And Griffey certainly did at the highest level for 22 seasons before hanging up his cleats in 2010. I mean, heck, the guy had a video game named after him. And now Griffey, well, he's got his name enshrined in the Baseball Hall of Fame. For the Seawolves, Twitter isn't about entertainment. This is about connecting with the fans. 2 weeks has already gone by in the high school baseball season in northeastern Pennsylvania. Not a game has been played as Mother Nature continues to pour down snow in Luzerne County. And if it continues along this path, maybe we'll be throwing 90-mile-an-hour snowballs. The University of Scranton women's basketball team, they're a perfect 12-0 on the year, and they just made a huge jump to 7th in the USA Today coaches poll. Football is back at Wyoming Seminary. This guy, huh?
Now, Eyewitness Sports, 6-time winner of the PAB's Excellence in Broadcasting Award.
Hi, this is Ken Griffey Jr. Let's play Major League Baseball.
And Griffey certainly did at the highest level for 22 seasons before hanging up his cleats in 2010. I mean, heck, the guy had a video game named after him. And now Griffey, well, he's got his name enshrined in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Junior also received the highest percentage number of votes in the history of the Hall of Fame ballot. Pretty impressive. Of the 440 members of the Baseball Writers Association of America to vote, just 3 left Griffey's name off of their list. The Donora, Pennsylvania native hit 630 home runs in his career. He was a 13-time All-Star. He also garnered 10 Golden Gloves. The Hall of Fame induction ceremony going to be held on July 24th. You can also expect to hear this man's name on that day. He's one of the 2 names, and that would be Mike Piazza. He's in the Hall as well. The longtime New York Mets actually got in, spent 16 seasons in the major leagues. Piazza was a true underdog story after being drafted in the 62nd round of the Major League Baseball draft. He would go on to blast 427 homers, and Piazza was voted an All-Star in 12 seasons. Another year goes by, and the Montoursville native Mike Mussina on the outside looking in still. But the good thing for the Moose is that his numbers are going up. The votes have almost doubled from last year. Mussina received 24% of the vote in 2015. This year he makes a big jump to 43%. In order to get the call to the Hall, Mussina needs 75% of the voters to check his name. One more baseball note, the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders have found a new manager in 2016. Al Padricki makes the jump from AA Trenton to AAA Scranton-Wilkes-Barre, and here's a look at Padricki's managerial resume. Since joining up with the Yankees organization in 2013, he's jumped a level each year. Padricki spent 3 seasons in the majors himself as a player with the Mets, the Pirates, and the Tigers. 1,000 career points, quite the feat. Mackenzie Yori just achieved that mark for the Hazleton Cougars and was honored before their game against Wyoming Valley West. We've got the highlights from it too. First quarter, Maddie Morachko with the drive and the bucket. Cougars are up 7-4. Later on, Aaron Gibbons, triple twine. Yes, ma'am. Hazleton still leading though, 12-9, but the Lady Spartans not letting off the gas. Jordan Riley doubles down low. It's a 12-11 game, but Hazleton's got that Yori character, and she's pretty good. She'll go second story glass and down and add to that 1,000-point career total. Hazleton a 68-52 winner. Dallas on top of the standings at 8-1, hosting Tunkhannock in girls hoops. The Lady Mountaineers off to a hot start. Maddie Kelly collects herself, goes up, draws the foul, gets the bucket to fall. And then Sarah Lajewski working the tip drill here to herself. She'll go strong with the left hand. That one goes down. Dallas up 7-0 early. First Tunkhannock bucket coming from Sydney Fox, and she's got the long ball to go. It's only good for 2. But Dallas too much in this one. Plenty of weapons. Hannah Johnson goes glass, and Dallas goes in the win column, 64-60. To District 4 we go. The Lewisburg Green Dragons on the road taking on Loyalsock. They've got a 30-26 lead at the half, and in the third quarter, Lewisburg's Matt Federaca going baseline. Nice little layup there, 2 of his game-high 15. Still in the third quarter, Loyalsock's Gerald Ross pulling up. He'll hit the baseline jumper. He had 14 points, and later in the third, Lewisburg's Nate Liscombe from beyond the borders. He'll get it. Lewisburg gets a win, 60-38, the final. And finally, in college hoops, American University Eagles there in town against the Bucknell Bison. And this one is Bucknell early on. Nate Jones, he'll go triple twine, and the Eagles would still lead by 2, but back comes Nana Fowland. Slam. That's good for another 2. Bucknell good for another win, 72-54, the final. That's all I've got for your morning sports. Have a great Thursday, everybody. There are no reserved seats at Lehighton's football stadium. And on senior night, there are no seats to be had.
Yeah, the place tonight is going to be pretty electric.
A packed house to honor players like Wyatt Clements, who gets a moment all his own and a family picture worth 1,000 words that's missing at least 2. Uncle Hilbert.
He coached me since Pee Wee to knee-high football, and all the way up to now, he's had his eyes on me playing football and just breathing, living football. I'm sure it meant more to him than I could possibly fathom.
Hilbert Green had not missed an Indians game in almost 4 decades, standing in the same spot for 37 years.
He was always proud of the Indians, always. He followed them all the time.
That is until he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Green started missing games in 2014, leaving more empty than a spot on the sidelines.
I'm just so grateful to be able to make him proud, hopefully, and just make him remember his last moments.
In a game against visiting Blue Mountain, Green made it to what he knew would be his last.
He got to come to the first game this season, and he was just so thankful that he could come.
That's when nephew Wyatt would score a touchdown that touched Hilbert.
He's been to every single game, no lie, and he's been there every time I needed him. He's been there for me during the game, after the game, before the game, whenever I wanted him.
It was special that he got to come and see him, and then, like I said, when White gave him the ball, it just melted his heart.
By carrying with him more than just the weight of the game, Wyatt Clements' touchdown was worth far more than 6 points on the scoreboard. In Lehighton, I'm Ken Brown.
The Myers boys basketball team this season, they've been led in large part by Ryan Kruz Say Ryan's last name for me.
Crouchiniak. It's funny after a while. Crouchiniak.
Ryan Krasheniak. I must have said his name wrong a million times.
You go to different schools where you're not known and people say your name wrong. Some of them are kind of comical.
Krasiniak?
Crouchiniak. Krauszewski. Krauszewski was a good one in Little League.
I imagine at one time Coach Krzyzewski at Duke went through the same thing. He became Coach K. A lot of people we just call Ryan K.
Doctor's offices, calling the house, never getting the name right, everything. Bad.
I don't know why I can't get it. The kid's in every highlight I run of Myers.
He's an excellent defender. Leads our team right now in probably every offensive category.
Ryan Kruz, Oh boy.
The teammates around me have put me in a great position to be able to be successful. Coach Toole puts the ball in my hands when I need it.
I mean, I should be able to get this by now. The kid's good, the team's good.
My seniors, especially with Ryan and Rasheed Moore, who are 4-year starters for me, they have an opportunity this Thursday to finish their high school careers without losing a league game.
Our defensive intensity is what really brings us to the next level above all the other teams in the Wyoming Valley Conference.
Krisheniak.
Brian Croucheniuk.
You know what? That's it. I've had it. Why can't Joe Smith ever be the top scorer on a team, huh? Ken Brown, Eyewitness Sports.